everyone. Good evening.
That's light. Next come the heavy artillery. Presidential more like Michelle, not Hillary. Feel me? Push the whip on the set.
No, I don't know what time it is where you're at. It is the nighttime where I am at. We are back with another episode. Okay. For today's topic, I just wanted to chat really quick about how people can get things misconstrued. If you are looking for an answer to something that you do not have and you feel like somebody is not telling you yes outright, I'm trying to think of a good example. Okay, I'll use the example of women that are speaking to someone and they're looking for, and again, this is just something that I'm coming up with off the top of my head that came to me so easily. So if you are a woman and you're talking to someone and you're looking for, say for example, an answer for this person to maybe do something for you, or better yet, we can make it even easier. Say you and this person are dating and you're looking for, I guess you could say, quote unquote, ask you to be with them or to choose you to be with them. And in the back of your head, you know this person is not for you, or they're just full of shit, whatever the case may be. And you're just sitting around waiting for an answer, and you keep kind of, and this person is not even leading you on. You're kind of leading yourself on at this point. You're like, oh, but he does this for me, and he'll write me, and he'll do this sometimes, and blah, 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 blah. It's like nothing is consistent to the point where you feel secure in really just waiting around. But the fact that he's breadcrumbing, you are staying around, you're sticking around, because those little breadcrumbs that he's dropping and those things like that are giving you hope. But it is very important to recognize when it's not an outright yes, it's a no, ultimately. So the way I like to look at things in life is like this. If you are looking for the answer to something and you are not getting it, it's very important to look at what a person is not saying versus what they are saying most of the time. Read between the lines with things, because you don't always need a person to tell you something. Sometimes what they're not saying or what they're not doing says it all. So I do feel like it's important to look at everything, not just what's in front of you. Sometimes you have to look at what a person is not saying, because that says it all. And then also look at when a person is just dead silent, because I can honestly say, for me, that's one of my most favorite things to do. If I am trying to fill a situation out, or I'm not really knowing where I'm headed in the situation or where the other party is at in the situation, the best thing for me to do is to just be silent and fall back, because I feel like those moments of silence give you clarity. I do know that isolation heals me, and I know a few other people that feel the same way. As far as if it's not a yes, it's a no, I just live by that. I just feel like you don't have to outright tell me no. If you're not telling me yes, then it's a no, and that's what it is. But guess what? The beauty in other people not choosing you is you get to choose yourself, and you get to do things the way that you want to do them. Period. So, just always look at how a person treats you, how they make you feel, what they do for you. And that's not to say that, like, I mean, because that doesn't only apply to relationships. That's just the quickest example I was able to come up with at the moment. But this just applies to everything, to jobs, to friendships. Like, I feel like you should treat everything like that in life. Like, make sure that the people that are around you are choosing you. I feel like the people that we have around us on a day-to-day, the people that we choose to hang out with, be with, and be around, those are choices that we're making. We get to make those choices, so choose wisely. And just make sure that you prioritize moments for self-care and for reflection, to love on yourself, because you will notice too that once you start to love yourself and treat yourself in the best ways, that you'll only attract those types of energies. So it's very important to just love on you, and people will naturally gravitate to that, or they'll fall by the wayside. And it's just a great place to be. Little updates, recaps. So as far as any updates, last night was a time. It was a movie. So went to 2 spots. One was one I go to all the time, but then one was actually like a little strip club vibe. So that was pretty cool. That was cute. And what I can say about the strip clubs is that, like, they're not what they used to be. I remember, like, right before Sin City closed, like, being in there, like, I want to say every other week. And it was just a vibe. Like, it was so much of a vibe. The strippers was actually, like, working and going crazy for the money. I'm not going to say that the strippers now don't do that. I just feel like it was more of a vibe, and when you go to the strip club, like, it was just something to look forward to, whereas now it's just like, me personally, this is how I feel. Not trying to knock anything that anybody does to make their money, but I just feel like the money that they are shaking their ass for and going so hard for in the club, like, they could easily, like, be a bartender or a bottle girl, like that type of thing. Because I also come from nightlife a little bit myself, so I know the type of money that you can make. And then I do know some strippers that have said that, like, some nights the money isn't that great, and sometimes they have to shake their ass and go so super hard just to make these couple dollars. Like, and some nights I can imagine for them, like, it doesn't feel good to have to do that. But, you know, everyone does what they have to do. And it was still, the club was real cute. Like, it was like a neon-y vibe. But yeah, that was really cute. So I had fun there. And also did a little barbecue with a friend. She invited me to a barbecue. This was down in Manhattan. And just been like, I kind of been just prioritizing home and getting things ready for my upcoming trip that I have coming up in a few weeks. Been putting things together, just been brainstorming. Like, I just feel like there are goals and there are things that I want to reach. I feel like this year has went by super fast, and there are goals that I set for myself at the top of the year. Some of them I did hit, but some of them I'm still working on, and I want to make sure that I accomplish those and at least hit a few more before the year is out. Aside from that, when the new year does kick in, whatever goals I do set for myself for the new year, I want to make sure that I'm already working on those from right now. So I just feel like it's important to keep progressing and keep going in whatever I have going on and whatever I'm doing. But it feels great though to be knocking some of these goals off the list. I do know that your work is never done. I do honestly feel like that, because even with me, like, I feel like once I accomplish something, like, I'm like, all right, well, what else do I got to do? Like, on to the next thing. Sometimes I do need to be still. I work on that, on being still a lot. And just, like, catching my pace, like, pacing myself. So I do have a lot going on in the mind, but I'm pretty sure that everything's gonna map out the way that it should and go the way that it should, and I'll keep progressing, and hopefully everything that I have in mind that I want to do for myself and the goals that I want to hit and reach actually come to fruition for me, because I'm into bettering myself. I'm into just upping it, climbing the ladder, doing what I have to do. And I do want something ultimately to call my own. I mean, this is my own right here. I do actually enjoy doing this and speaking and talking. However, I do have other goals in mind as well that I just want to see happen and see flourish. But I feel like everything has been good. Everything's been going really good. And I hope that you guys' week has been good. I hope that whatever you have going on, that you're trying to accomplish, that you hit those goals, you reach those goals, and make sure that you have good people around you, and try to be around people that support you, because that, at the end of the day, that matters a lot, having a good support system, because nobody wants to feel like nobody has their back, you know? I don't think anybody likes to feel like that. So make sure that you are around your type of people. And I hope that everyone has a great rest of their day, whether you're listening to this in the morning, whether you're about to go to sleep. Have a good night and take care. Peace out, y'all.